as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Throwing on first down. Fields. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Off the play fake. Fields. He's going to launch this thing. He's got a man. Complete. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw on second down. Fields. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. On 1st down, Fields. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7 yards there and a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
58, come on. You got nothing there. You got nothing.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 13. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play that time for the Colts. 44 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
1st down, Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brissett again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Sponge, sponge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 now. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Brissett sets to throw it. And the catch made by Hilton.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. 6 yards. For you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. They will find Davis. That's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
4 down. Delta.
Brissett now. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
He's scared. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Off. Watch the
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
1st down, Jaguars.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
1st down, Jaguars.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on second down. Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Brissett now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
They'll run with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack taking it in. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Just like that. Just
To throw on second down, Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with Now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that'll bring up second down. Play fake, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Brissett rolling to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Steps away to him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's going to fire one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
58 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 58 to Mike, 58.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields completes it to Davis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banagou able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
I'm coming.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, what was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go plow.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brissett, he's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. That good for 22 and a first down. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turned into a monster game.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 45, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year as you...
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.